I'm Linnaea Borealis Rose, and I'm your instructor. So I'll start in my sketchbook, and I'll just do like a quick gesture. Just a quick gesture. The feeling, I'll blob out kind of like where I want the spaces to be. I sketch several thumbnails of like what information I want to have in there. So then from there, I will take that thumbnail sketch, and then I will do a small draft, and then I will transfer it onto the actual watercolor paper. After I transfer the image onto the watercolor paper itself, then I start thinking about color. And then off to the side, I will mix the colors and sort of make myself my own palette that I want. And then I will go ahead and paint in that drawing and overlay it with ink. For a piece that I want to actually share with my students, to start with the thumbnail process, but with pure color, only color, and just playing around with the medium itself and seeing what comes out from those little thumbnails. Once the paint dries, the students will pick a thumbnail that they really enjoy, and they'll transfer it to a 5x7 sheet of watercolor paper, and they'll do the same thing while being able to look back at that thumbnail and see, hey, that's where I started, and this is where I'm at, and do I want to push this composition further?
Okay, what gravitates you towards watercolor?
What gravitates me towards watercolor is how versatile the watercolor is. So depending on what my commissions are or what my vision is, I can apply it across the board. I can turn it into something that might be considered to be a fine art piece, something more abstracted, or it can fill in the color for my illustrated works. My most recent commission with the Homegrown Music Festival, this cartoon bird that's kind of like playing the banjo and having a good time. It can work very well for a cartoon style, it can work for doing portraiture, it can work for doing landscape paintings. It can really be applied across the board to many different styles and not just my own illustrative style. So for me, to be an artist, it starts with curiosity. It doesn't necessarily start with a level of skill or hours behind you or experience. To be an artist, it really kind of starts with that kind of creative spark, that what do I want to do? I want to create something. I want to make something. And when you look at, say, other what you might consider accomplished artists or professional artists, they've really honed in their mediums. And for a person to consider themselves an artist, I don't really think you have to wait on your timeline for a certain mark that you hit to call yourself one. So say, for example, if you want to be a watercolor artist and you've never touched the medium, you can say you're a watercolor artist from day one, even if you're just thinking about it. It's a journey.